Pearl Jam vocalist Eddie Vedder recently spoke with the New York Times about his new album, Earthling, which is his first release since his 2011's Ukulele Songs. The album will be released on February 11th through Republic Records. Eddie Vedder was asked whether he felt that some of the influences of the early 1990s grunge explosion still trickles down to the present day. The iconic musician went on to explain how the changes brought on by the Seattle scene, which exploded into a worldwide phenomenon, were bound to leave a lasting cultural influence, and in order to do so, he compared the Seattle scene's legacy to that of its mainstream predecessor, the late 1980s hair metal craze. Eddie explained, "You know, I used to work in San Diego, loading gear at a club. I'd end up being at shows that I wouldn't have chosen to go to. Bands that monopolized the late 80s MTV. The metal bands that, I'm trying to be nice, I despised. Girls, 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 and Motley Crue. Fuck you. I hated it. I hated how it made the fellas look. I hated how it made the women look. It felt so vacuous. Guns N' Roses came out and, thank God, at least had some teeth. But I'm circling back to say, that one thing that I appreciated was that in Seattle in the alternative crowd, the girls could wear their combat boots and sweaters, and their hair looked like Cat Powers and not Heather Locklear's. Nothing against her. They weren't selling themselves short. They could have an opinion and be respected. I think that's a change that lasted. It sounds so trite, but before then it was bustiers. The only person who wore a bustier in the 90s that I could appreciate was Perry Farrell. Needless to say, being a fan of glam metal is today equally valid as being a fan of grunge, and there's nothing wrong with either preference. However, it was due to the counterculture revolutionaries like Pearl Jam that glam's over-designed, over-sexualized style became a matter of choice and not the cultural norm. Furthermore, as an integral part of that cultural shift, it is only natural for Eddie Vedder to have had strong feelings in the case of one against the other. Upon learning about Vedder's comment, Motley Crue mastermind Nikki Sixx took to Twitter, where he expressed the following opinion. Made me laugh today reading how much the singer in Pearl Jam hated at Motley Crue. Now considering that they're one of the most boring bands in history, it's kind of a compliment, isn't it? Hashtag the stadium tour, hashtag rock and roll. One Twitter user expressed an agreement with Nikki's general sentiment, as they wrote, "My best friend is about to have a baby. I will recommend Pearl Jam songs to put the baby to sleep." Nikki replied, "Or just sing to the baby with marbles in your mouth. Very zen." So far, the thread started by Nikki Sixx's original tweet. It seems to have divided the music fans into roughly equal categories of people who either support Eddie's or Nikki's opinion. Another user went on to write, "Made me laugh today reading how much of a loser you are, Nikki, by posting this tweet like a pussy, when you have at most 3 mid-songs at best. LOL, I hate you." To which Nikki somewhat perplexingly replied, "You'll be fine. Remember, there were zillions of brown-haired bands for brown-haired fans. Go find them. You will know them by the bored look on their face." Eddie is currently embarked on a short promotional tour for his upcoming third solo album. He is joined by a backing supergroup titled The Earthlings, which consists of Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer Chad Smith, keyboardist, guitarist, vocalist Josh Klinghoffer, bassist Chris Chaney, guitarist, vocalist Glenn Hansard, and guitarist Andrew Watt. The tour's last show will be on February 22nd at Seattle's Benaroya Hall.
Thank you for tuning in, and please hit that like button, it's appreciated. Make sure that you subscribe for more rock-related content.